Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be hiking Fall Branch Falls in North Georgia. It is a crisp 66 degrees out today. The sun's peeking around, no cloud in sight, so it's going to be a great hike. I've got my water, very limited though today. This was all of the purified filtered water that I had left, and I didn't want to mix it with unfiltered tap water because why would I want to do that? There are 3 other vehicles here, so we've got some friends here on the trail with us this morning. A little bit of a late start, but that's okay. All right, we got our GPS on our watch ready to go, and we're gonna track this hike. All right, we got our Asics trail running shoes, not hiking boots, just trail running shoes, and that's what we're wearing. Love them. All right, let's see what kind of information we need to consume here. We are in the Chattahoochee-Oconee National Forest. Welcome to Fall Branch Falls. The trail is that way. It is a half mile to the falls, which is where we're going this morning, and then the Benton MacKaye Trail is also this way as well. Yep, Benton MacKaye Trail and falls. Fall Branch Falls is a pretty popular hike, even though there's almost nobody here, but it is Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. So Fall Branch Falls is about 5 miles off of the main highway between Ellijay and Blue Ridge. The first mile is paved, and then the last 3.5-4 miles to the trailhead are gravel. I've got a truck, but I'm willing to bet just about any vehicle could make it to the trailhead. So here's kind of the first pitch, if you will, right here. Oh my goodness, so steep. Need to take a break. You can sit right there. I'm not going to because I'm good to go. What I love about Fall Branch Falls is, number one, it's only a half mile in to the falls. It's not that far from either Ellijay or Blue Ridge, so if you're visiting, it's very easy to get to, and it is a relatively easy hike. It's very moderate. I've done this hike a couple of other times. We've brought our pup out here. He's an 11-year-old Australian Shepherd and loves hiking, and he does just fine out here. I forgot to hit start on my watch. What an idiot. Oh, that's okay. I do have all trails on and it's tracking. And so far we're almost halfway there. The elevation gain for this hike is about 200 feet, just a little bit under it. Pretty easy. I don't really even need this backpack. I've just got some camera gear in there and then a rain jacket, which is always great to have just in case, even though we're not forecasted for any rain. And then if I'm not mistaken, I believe that this is the Benton MacKaye Trail, or this is where it starts, somewhere in here, which is a part of the Appalachian Trail. Again, if I'm not mistaken. All right, here is another slight incline. Really not that bad at all. Only a slight bit out of breath, but if you're looking for a nice, easy hike to do in the mountains, the gorgeous mountains of North Georgia, this is the place to come. I would also bet we've yet to be here in the fall time. It's September and the leaves haven't started to turn yet, so we're right there at the cusp and it's still pretty green out right now, which is beautiful. But the leaves are definitely starting to fall here in Georgia. This is the first hike I've done since we got back from Colorado, and I can tell a major difference. This pace that I'm going right now, I tried to do in Colorado, and I was out of breath just like that. But now, doing pretty good. Okay, you can kind of hear the falls down there, and we're almost there. So we come down these stairs, we'll make a turn here, and you can go down to the bottom of the falls. And then right here, as you can see, this trail leads to the Benton MacKaye Trail. Going this way leads to the falls. But you can see, you can go to both. We'll go to both here, I'll show you. And then here is a portion of the river right here, creek, stream, whatever it's called. And then you have all of these glamping domes over here. that face the water and face the falls. Look at that, those are really cool. All the domes. That'd be a lot of fun to stay in. This is all private property over there, and it's another company business that owns these, and you can rent them out, Airbnb and whatever, and you should be able to hop over here and explore as well. But they've got like those net tree houses. That looks really fun. We are here, and it doesn't look like we are alone. That's okay. Fall Creek Falls, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we made it to the falls. I've seen it before where it's quite a bit more water than this. This is pretty low. But either way, it's still a gorgeous hike and a gorgeous view once you make it down here. Very easy to do. So if you're in the area and you're looking for a relatively moderate, easy hike in, easy hike out, don't really need any walking sticks, don't need a hiking backpack, you could john in pretty quickly. This is a great hike for this. But now I think I'll hop back on the other side of the trail and you can go up to the top of the falls. Have a pretty good view down there. So it does also look like you could kind of traverse your way up back onto the trail this way, but we're gonna actually take the trail and stay off the vegetation here. I know a hike like this it's no 14er, but still some amazing views out here and a lot of fun to just be outside and touch grass, as they say. Just reconnect. And 14ers appeal to some people and not to others, and a half-mile hike to some falls appeals to some people and not others. Maybe those appeal to everybody. I don't know. It's appealing to me. All of those hikes are appealing to me. This one's just a little bit easier and at a lower elevation too, so a little bit easier to breathe. But now we are technically on the Benton MacKaye Trail. So we're gonna hike up here to the top of the falls. Look at that rock. That's a big rock. I'm about 6'2". This is bigger than that. Here is the Benton MacKaye Trail sign with different trailheads and stopping points along the trail. So if you go that way, you'll be on the Benton MacKaye Trail. So I guess technically that wasn't the Benton MacKaye Trail. Looks like there's a second spot here that you can kind of venture off, but we're gonna go to the very top here. I've been here in the summertime, on a Saturday, and it gets pretty busy. It's very popular. Even up here, people will be out picnicking, just having their feet in the water, hanging out. This is about where the trail stops here. You can kind of see that back here the trail looks like it wants to continue, but it doesn't. And then this is probably where, if you're a guest at these yurts, or I'm sorry, at the domes, I guess those are yurts, you should be able to cut across the creek right here. So you can see they've got a fire pit and a hammock. No trespassing over there. But the water does lead down to the falls here, so let's go check that out. It is private property over there. I assume they probably have like trail cams. They don't want people over there. And I've seen some mixed reviews online in regards to those domes, what people kind of think about them, given that they're right here at the falls. It is what it is. Personally, I don't have any issues with it. I think they look pretty cool. But I'll look out for spider webs here. It's a big old mosquito. You can even see they've put up some lights over here. So that's pretty cool. I guess it adds ambiance to the falls. I gotta watch out for these spider webs, man. There's some big spiders out here, y'all. So we're gonna kind of venture down this way. This should be a pretty good spot to see the falls. Yeah, here we go. So there you go, guys. Oh, this might be a pretty good shot right here. There you go. Kind of got off the trail here just a little bit, so we're gonna hop back on. Don't want to go down that way. Here we go. Woo! Back on the trail. Fall Branch Falls. Goated Falls here in North Georgia. If ever I said Fall Creek Falls, that's incorrect. It's Fall Branch Falls. The only reason I would say Fall Creek Falls is because we live pretty close to Fall Creek Falls in Tennessee. Just some awesome scenery out here. It's a great place, other than that spider right there. Great place to just come, enjoy nature, go for a pretty good hike, just enjoy yourself. Love it. I did notice quite a bit of mosquitoes out, which is not surprising. That does make sense. And then where I took that really good shot, poison ivy. So I'm gonna go ahead and hope that I didn't get any on me. Not too bad. 25 minutes so far, and we're on our way back. FYI, we are in bear country. So not a bad idea to have bear spray. I have some, didn't bring it, left it in the truck. Oh well, just make a lot of noise like me. This is one of those trails that you don't really even need to think about. I mean, you kind of do. You gotta kind of plan a little bit, but like, you can just kind of like get up and just go with the shirt on your back, put some pants on, and just send it. Got my Asics strapped up. Asics, send me some love. Love my Asics. I hiked that 14er in these Asics. Yes, that's correct. I did not use hiking boots. Or did I? Now I'm curious. I did. I hiked the 14er in my Asics. If you didn't watch that video, go watch us scale Mount Sherman in Leadville, Colorado. Okay, we're pretty much down. You can hear the car doors shutting. So probably got some other folks coming up on the trail this morning. All right, coming down to the end of the trail here, y'all. Not too shabby. And we'll get a final count to the distance and the time that we traversed. All right, give my shoes. Okay, a little bit sweaty. Didn't even drink any water. Easy. My Garmin says 34 minutes, 40 seconds, total ascension 200 feet, so we're there, and then 1 mile. This says, the All Trail says 1.3 miles. Doesn't, remember I didn't start it. 262 feet of elevation gain, but we did go up a little bit further. Elevation gain, yeah, so 37 minutes, 324 calories. Not bad. Great hike, Fall Branch Falls. Easy hike, very moderate, great workout, great views, 10 out of 10. Now I'm gonna go find some coffee.